What's up, Miami Heat fans? Happy Wednesday and welcome back into the Heat Report by Chat Sports. First time we're live for a game in about 8 days. We had a lot of complications during the West Coast trip in Miami as they went 3-2. Successful one, if you might add, but the Dolphins hired their head coach. They also had a press conference, so we were unable to go live as much as we wanted to. But now that that coaching hire has been decided in Miami, we can now focus all on the Heat. And boy, is it a good time to be able to ramp up our coverage as we are 8 days away from the NBA trade deadline, and the big kahuna might actually be available. The news of the day, Giannis Antetokounmpo, apparently the Bucks are listening to offers on Giannis for the first time. The writing has been on the wall for a divorce between the two. The Bucks finally have come to the realization it's best to finally move on and trade him. Now, will a deal get done before the deadline between Milwaukee and a team? Who knows? But it seems as if Antetokounmpo will not be on the Milwaukee Bucks in September of 2026 to start next season. If the Heat are able to get a deal done before the trade deadline, it could allow them to contend in the East this year. If not, they should absolutely be angling to get more assets to help make a run at Giannis in the offseason. Nonetheless, it will be a fascinating 8 days ahead of us with the trade deadline on February 5th. But there is basketball to be played, my friends, and it starts tonight against the Orlando Magic, a game that is pretty massive for Miami. The Heat are 7th in the Eastern Conference standings. The Orlando Magic are 8th, but the Heat are 0-3. Yep, 0-3 against the Magic this season. 2 more games remain against the interstate foe. This could go a long way in projecting up the standings in the East. The Heat, after tonight, play the Chicago Bulls 3 straight times. Tomorrow night, Saturday, and Sunday on a back-to-back. They have a very easy schedule over the next 10 days, right? You play the Bulls 3 times. You play the Magic. You play the Hornets. You play the Hawks a couple times. You play the Nets. Like, the Heat really have an opportunity here to go like 8-2, 9-1 in their next 10 games and start to rise up those standings. And it's going to be a fascinating time, and I hope you guys are excited to hang out with us here as our coverage begins to ramp up. We're going to have more videos. We're going to have more watch parties. We're going to have a lot of fun. So hopefully y'all are excited. As always, shout out your city for me down in the comment section. Where are the real ones watching from? We got about 50 people in the building here early. My guy Sam Locterra in the building. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Going hashtag Team Rolly. I haven't seen you in a minute, Locterra. Good to see you. Tyson says, let's go. This is indeed. Hot Dog saying, yo. That was a long intro. You know what? I had a lot on my mind. We had to get in our little monologue Duffy. That was about a 2.5 minute monologue there. Why not? Why not? Let's have some fun. What's up, Alan Peter? How's it going? I think our cameras is glitched out, but we're fine. We're still here. Slang Cat in Boca Raton. How about it? How about it? Oh, hit the wrong button. Trying to get this stream pulled up here. Had some issues loading the stream. Hopefully, different story after I unplugged there. Hopefully, everybody's having a good week. It's Wednesday. I feel like the week's flying by. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. A lot of action ahead of us. 4 games in 5 days here. We won't be live this weekend. I got some stuff to take care of. But once we get past the trade deadline, folks, we are going to really start going. Slaying Cat, happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. What's up, Mr. Gio? Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Heat and Pat Riley have been holding out on making trades in hopes that a Giannis or Anthony Edwards became available. Well, Giannis is officially available. So if the Heat don't get it done, Pat Riley is not only on fraud watch, but he's got to retire. Like, to me, and I don't want to be hyperbolic when I say this, but if you're Giannis, does it make sense to come to Miami? From a life standpoint, yes. From a winning standpoint, I still say yes. Like, the Heat should be able to get a trade done, if they do, by keeping Norman Powell and also keeping Davion Mitchell. Now, who else is kept? I don't know. But if you have Norman Powell, Bam, and Giannis, that is a trio that can absolutely contend in the East. Like, the Knicks look like shit. The Pistons are inexperienced, so you can maybe take them down if you have a guy like Giannis. The Celtics are a wild card for sure, with Tatum maybe coming back. But he makes sense to come here. And if you're Miami, it makes sense to go all in. And you got to send it all in. You've been holding out for him. And now that he's available, there's no excuses. Go out and make a trade. Get it done. And I don't want to hear any excuses. If they don't get him, I'm done with Pat Riley. And it's just I'm not going to get my hopes up for any trade rumor in the future because he's clearly not capable of getting a big trade done. It's just the truth. But we got to tell you about today's sponsor with today's stream. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game in football is a week and a half away, but we still got basketball action every night. We got golf every weekend. We got hockey. We got baseball on the horizon. And if you want to get in on the action in the sports world right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks. They have so many great features, one of them being injury reboots. If one of your players gets hurt in the first half and doesn't return in the second half, well, guess what? You don't lose that lineup. That player gets removed, and the rest of your lineup continues on to try to cash in. They also have early payouts. If one of your players gets off to a hot start, you might not have to wait until the game finishes to cash out and get some money. My lineup for this game between Miami and Orlando, Jalen Suggs had 4 points in his last game. Because of course, he's going to go more on 14.5. I think Kasparas Jakucionis, who's starting again today, gets more on his 8.5 points and assists stat projection. And then Mo Wagner back for the Magic. I think he goes less on his 3-pointers. I don't think he makes one tonight. That's my 3-player entry. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the description and live chat. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Oh, appreciate Prize Picks. Who you got? You got the Heat or do you got the Magic? Who you got winning tonight, folks? I think Miami understands why this is such a big game. You can't go 0-4 against your interdivision rival. And this is a real launching point opportunity for Miami to start stacking some wins with an easy schedule ahead of us in the next 10 games. So let's go get it going. I think the Heat know that. The Magic are without Franz Wagner. The Heat are without Tyler Herro again. They are out without Davion Mitchell, but they do get Kel'el Ware back. Kel'el Ware is back for the Heat tonight, coming off the bench. Heat starting Kasparas Jakucionis, Norman Powell, Pelle Larsson, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo once again. I like Jakucionis a lot. He's really starting to find his role in this Heat team and be an instant impact player. I like him a lot. And like I said, it's an opportunity. Heat win today. Based on what happens with Philadelphia, they'll draw even with the Sixers in terms of the standings in the East. The Heat are 25-22. Philadelphia is 25-21. And we know the Heat play the Sixers coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Miami's already beat Philadelphia in Philly one time this season. It's just an opportunity at the door. Is it going to be hard to beat the Bulls 3 straight times tomorrow, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday? Yeah. But if you can go 2-1 against the Bulls and win tonight, that's a 3-1 week with another easy week ahead of us next week. Let's start stacking some wins, man. Let's start stacking some wins. Why not, dude? Why not? First super chat of the day coming in. Let's freaking go. We'll get that on screen here in a second once our software loads it up. But I am excited for today's game. Before we get Mr. Gio's first super chat, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're ready for the game, you want the Heat to win, help me out. Show my bosses that you guys are appreciative of the live streams coming here every opportunity we get. Let's get to 50 likes before tip-off. 50 likes before tip-off. 50 likes before tip-off. Come on. What's up, Rome? Let's get to 50. We got 21. We got 21. Let's get to 50. As we wait to see if we can get some likes. Shout out Mr. Gio. with the $5 super chat. Let's go, Heat. 0-3 versus the Magic this year, 1 win at a time. Yeah, we play Orlando 2 more times. They're in our division, so we play them 4 times a year. But the reason why we're playing them 5 today or this year is because we matched up with them in the quarterfinal NBA Cup, which you can't really plan for that in your schedule. So that is why we're playing them 5 times. But 0-3 against Orlando is just unacceptable. This is a game that Miami just desperately, absolutely needs to win. And hopefully they're able to get it done. That's the first super chat today. Appreciate you, Mr. Gio. You're a legend. We're working on shipping that ball out to you, by the way. It should hopefully be shipped next week at some point. We kind of got hit with a crazy snowstorm. I'm sure most of you guys are aware with that. But in Dallas, Texas specifically, we got a ton of snow. We got ice. And I'm from New York. I can handle this shit. You know who can't handle this shit? Southerners. They're struggling. A lot of things closed down. Roads were crazy. So takes a little bit to get it out here. But we'll be getting that rolling out to you soon. But here's our super chat menu today. $5, we spin the wheel, which we'll do that here in just 1 second for Mr. Gio. $10 is 10 push-ups, and then $20 gets you into the Heat Report Hall of Fame, and we do a beer bong. We haven't inducted someone to the Hall of Fame in a while. Last person was my guy, Pigeon Base. If you want to get into the Hall of Fame board, we got a lot of space available, a lot of season left. You know how to do it. $20 super chat. Appreciative. And we also got another super chat here. Shout out to my guy, Jason Holmes. Not loading in our software just yet, but when it does, we'll get it on screen. Heat with back-to-back wins on the weekend in Utah on Saturday and then in Phoenix on Sunday. That Suns team has been playing really good basketball this year, but they were without Devin Booker on Sunday, so it was a game Miami had to and should have won, which they did. The Heat looking to win their 3rd straight game here with the home matchup with Orlando. Apparently, after the Portland loss last Thursday, there was a meeting that had a lot of emotion, including Eric Spoelstra, the captain Bam Adebayo, just like all outlining the poor defensive effort, I should say. And luckily, they responded well with back-to-back wins on Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully that defense continues tonight against a team that has given Miami troubles all year long. Shout out Jason Holmes with a $2 super chat. Been a hot minute. Let's go Heat. We got this. Big game. Miami needs to win this one tonight. But we do got to do a wheel spin for my guy, Mr. Gio, sending a $5 super chat. Let's spin that wheel. For Mr. Gio, gets into the Heat Report Hall of Fame. How about that? It's one of the specials on the wheel. You got how many are on there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. A 1 in 12 chance to get a spot on the Heat Report Hall of Fame for basically, 5 of 20? 75% off? Yeah, 75% off. Shout out, Mr. Gio. Gets in that top left corner as we're continuing to fill out that board. You're a legend. And listen, you see all the goodies on the wheel. Sometimes you have to do stuff like the video. Sometimes you get in the Hall of Fame. Sometimes you subscribe, shots, push-ups, 50% off the menu. A lot of goodies on that menu. All right, folks. We know we got to do it. We got to talk about it. It's the news of the day, and we'll talk about it throughout the pregame, before we get into the game, and then we'll talk about the game and game only. Oh, man. Hold on. Give me 1 second here, folks. Will the Heat trade for Giannis? Had that fixed. I had to fix something. Will they do it? Y for yes or N for no? Will they get it done? Rome says yes. Tennessee says yes. I like to think they will. I know it's bad. I'm that positive, and I'm buying back in. But This is their opportunity. It feels like everything has led to this moment. And that might be an exaggeration. But I do believe that. Like, think about what has transpired over the last 5 years. They go after KD. They don't offer every single thing that they have. They don't get him. They don't go all in for Donovan Mitchell. They don't get him. They don't go all in for KD a second time. This past summer, he gets traded to Houston. They did not finish the deal with Portland to get Damian Lillard because the Bucks swooped in and got him. And the Heat didn't offer everything. It was reported they didn't offer Herro, Jovic, Jaquez, everything. But they did all of that and withheld certain people in the hopes of a Giannis and Anthony Edwards, someone who plays both sides of the ball, that is relatively young in age, becomes available on the trade market. And now that person is available. So every time the Heat have not gone all in or offered picks or young players to get a star player available, has been with the idea that Giannis will be available at some point. And now he is. Every single missed opportunity in trade in the last 4 years has led us, and it's been because of the moment right now. There is no excuse, none, for the Heat not to trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't care what it takes. You trade whatever they ask for. I know people have talked about it. If they asked about Bam, I know that the Heat won't do it. I would. And the reason why, for the people out there, Giannis wants to play with Bam. Giannis coming to Miami would be with Bam Adebayo and some of these other pieces. So the Heat aren't going to trade Bam. I would contemplate it, obviously, if that was on the table. But when it comes to Herro, Ware, Jaquez, Wiggins, Jovic, Jakucionis, every single draft pick you have, nothing is off the table. Nothing. If you were to ask me, do the Heat get a trade done? What would it look like? I think Miami would be shipping out Tyler Herro. I think they would be shipping out Andrew Wiggins in sub capacity if it's to a third team or Milwaukee. I think they would be trading Kel'el Ware. I think they would be trading one of Nikola Jovic and Jaquez as well. Like, I think one of those two wings are gone, and obviously every draft pick you have. Now the question comes in, are the Heat going to be trading Kasparas Jakucionis in a potential Giannis deal? Are they going to be dealing away a guy like Pelle Larsson, who's been an incredible player in his role this year? I do not know. Obviously, every player we mentioned would not be in the trade, but these are the guys that are going to be asked for by Milwaukee and other teams, and none of them should be withheld. None of them should. None of them should. I actually think if you're asking me, who would I try to keep alongside Giannis? If it was up to me, I would try to keep Jakucionis. I would try to keep Pelle Larsson. I would be willing to trade Jovic. I'm willing to trade Jaquez. I'm willing to trade Ware. But if there's two players that I want to try to keep, it'd be Larsson and Jakucionis. I think Jakucionis would be that guard, that point guard that works well with Giannis and Bam. He's also shown that he could be a really solid three-point shooter. And then we've seen Pelle Larsson just be an unbelievable player defensively and as a cutter, a floor spacer, transition. That's a guy that you want to keep. If you can't, you can't, but you'd like to. You'd like to. So that's my thoughts, and we'll probably leave it at there for the day. We'll have more thoughts on Giannis in a video put out tomorrow morning. I saw someone in the chat say, please no more Giannis or Ja videos until something actually happens. Sorry, pal, if you're still watching. The entire point of this YouTube channel is to inform you guys on the latest things around the Heat. And right now, between tonight and the trade deadline, if we're not going live for a game like we are with the Heat Magic tonight, the videos we are putting out is going to be the latest trade rumors because we only have 8 days until you can make a trade. And then you have to wait until June. So, I mean, you're going to get trade rumor videos every single day. I'm sorry. Shout out Tyler with a $5 super chat. What do you think of a lineup of Bam, Giannis, Wiggins, Paolo Mitchell? I mean, that's the dream, right? I don't know how you get a deal done without Andrew Wiggins. I think the package would look like, obviously, Herro, Rozier for salary in that point. If you're keeping Wiggins, you'd have to then throw in Herro, Rozier. You'd have to put in Jaquez, Ware, and I think Jovic too. If you're not giving up Andrew Wiggins and you're keeping Powell and Davion Mitchell, I think you're chipping off all three of your young guys off the bench. Jaquez, Jovic, Ware, Herro as well, obviously, Rozier for salary, and draft pick. So you'd have that starting lineup, which is a good starting lineup. I think it might be the best or second best in the Eastern Conference at that rate. And then you'd have Jakucionis, you'd have Pelle Larsson off the bench. I'm in. If you could get it done. I don't know if that gets it done, though, but I would absolutely be in. That'd be a great starting lineup. I agree. Like, everyone's saying Thanasis. Yeah, Thanasis Antetokounmpo is going wherever Giannis is. So if the Heat trade for Giannis, they're also going to have Thanasis off the bench. I don't really care. He's basically just a bench warmer. He's a hype man. And if he makes Giannis happy and he'd want him here in Miami, not enough of a deal breaker, that's for sure. Not enough of a deal breaker for me. Well, Tyler, we got to spin the wheel for your $5 super chat. Appreciate your question and thoughts. Here's the wheel spin for Tyler. Tyler McCarty. Tequila shot, baby. We got 2 wheel spins, and we got a shot, which is usually $20, and a spot in the Hall of Fame. That's 2 good wheel spins if I've ever seen them. Yeah, we would have Fontecchio off the bench in that regard, too. So it would be Larsson, Jakucionis, Fontecchio off the bench. You would need to add a big man in some regard, whether it's a separate trade to get a guy that is out there like an Andre Drummond, maybe. A Day'Ron Sharpe from Brooklyn's an intriguing name. There's big man you'd have to get, obviously, to back up Bam and Giannis. But shout out to you, Tyler. Nothing like a little Diet Dr. Pepper chased after a shot of tequila. We got 150 people in the building ready for some Heat Magic Wednesday night basketball. If you want the Heat to win, hit that thumbs up button. Come on, hit that like button. The goal was 50 likes before we tip off. We are at 38. We're going to tip off in about 2 minutes. Can we get 11 more likes before we tip off? Come on. Let's get there. Let's get there. Just making sure my graphics are set up for today's game. Hit that thumbs up button. We're 10 away. Trade idea, Tyler Herro in 2 seconds for Brandon Ingram. I don't think Ingram fits. Like, I guess you could have a Wiggins, Ingram, Bam front court. It's not the worst, not the best. I mean, I do actually agree that we have to trade one of Herro or Powell. It's just a fact. We do. We're 6 looks away from 50. 6 likes away from 50. Let's get there. And now it's time to get the chat fired up, whereas we're a minute and a half away from tip-off. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get the 50 likes. But if you're ready for the game, spam those me's. Who's fired up for tonight's game? Who's fired up? Come on. I did see someone ask if we're going to be live for the trade deadline. Yes, we will be. Absolutely. Whether the Heat make a trade before the deadline or on deadline day, no matter what happens, we will be live on the channel. Don't you worry about that. Luckily, the Heat don't play that day. They play the Friday after, so we'll be live twice in a row, 2 days in a row. But spam those me's if you're ready for the game. We're also 2 likes away from 50. Let's get there. Got a $5 super chat from Christian, and we'll read off the starting lineup. Starting lineup for Miami tonight, Kasparas Jakucionis, Davion Mitchell still out with that shoulder injury, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Pelle Larsson. Kel'el Ware is back for Miami off the bench tonight, so no Mitchell, no Rozier, obviously, and no Herro. For the Magic, they're going to be starting Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, Wendell Carter Jr., and Paolo Banchero. They are without Franz Wagner tonight, which is a big development for Miami. Wagner's been out for a while, but Wagner's been the Achilles heel. In all 3 matchups that the Heat have lost to the Magic this year, Franz Wagner has killed us every single game. Christian, I've been on the Hall of Fame ball before and wouldn't mind being on it again. No questions for me. All I will say is that Giannis will come to 305. I like your optimism, Christian. Appreciate you. We'll spin the wheel first time out because the game is about to begin. Same for Tom, so 2 wheel spins coming in first time out. Bleacher Report mock trade is Herro, Ware, Jovic, Fontecchio, and 3 first-rounders. Absolutely, no questions asked. I'm shipping it in. I think it might cost more than that. There would have to be maybe a Jaquez or maybe a Wiggins in there. But, yeah, absolutely sending in that trade. Can I be honest? There isn't a trade idea that you could throw out there for Giannis that I'm going to say no to. And that's just the God's honest truth. You ask me any trade idea for Giannis, I'm going to tell you, yeah, I'm probably doing it. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, you just do it. I mean, any trade without Bam. Like, because the truth is, Giannis wants to come here to play with Bam. You would have the best defensive front court maybe in NBA history as a duo between Bam and Giannis. So, like, you just get Giannis with Bam and figure out the rest. I imagine you're keeping Norman Powell. So your starting lineup's Norman Powell at the 2, Bam and Giannis at the 4 and 5, and then you figure out what you have after that at the point guard spot and the other wing spot. And then you got your bench guys. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. You go all in. You go all in. Hot Dog says Giannis is the diva. I can't say that's the case. I mean, if he was a diva, he would have requested a trade out of Milwaukee before this. He would have done it in the summer. He would have done it last year at the deadline. Giannis is the opposite of a diva, if you ask me. Heat wearing their red unis. We're seeing the Magic in those baby blues. I do like the Orlando Magic jerseys. I can't lie. I don't like their new logo. I like their old logo better, but I do like their jerseys. We're about ready to get going here in the 305. Back-to-back games in Miami tonight, in Chicago tomorrow, before returning home for a back-to-back Saturday, Sunday night, both in Miami against the Bulls. Big opportunity for Miami to start stacking up some wins. Let's hope that they take advantage of it. And we're about to get underway here. Oh, no, we're not actually. Apparently the rim is crooked. How does that happen? How do you go through the entire warm-ups and then the rim is crooked? Coop, how does that happen?
Dude, we got delayed 45 minutes.
If I get delayed 45 minutes, I am going to murder someone. How did it someone just jumped up and grabbed at it? It's crooked.
Somebody had to have jumped on it and messed it up.
Are we going to get hit with another delay situation? I will lose it. Yeah. I will crash out, bro. Next 5 games for Miami. Tonight, at home against the Magic. On the road against the Bulls tomorrow night. And then 3 straight home games. Next the Saturday and Sunday against the Bulls. And then next Tuesday against the Hawks. I mean, there's a realistic outcome where Miami wins all 5 of those games. There's an outcome where they go 3-2, 4-1. I mean, ideally, Miami should win all 5. I think they'll be favored in 4 of the 5. They're favored tonight, and they'll probably be favored in all 3 games at home. I don't know if they'll be favored on the road in Chicago, but both teams still on the floor as they try to fix the rim. They've got the ladder out. They've got the... Hey, what's the tool called? The leveler? Is that what it's called? It's a leveler. All right, I don't know if I was making that up or not. Yeah, Sulan, the game tomorrow is the one that was postponed a couple Mondays ago in Chicago. Originally, the Heat schedule this week was supposed to be game tonight against Orlando and then game on Friday and Sunday against the Bulls, but they added the Bulls game into Thursday and then pushed the Friday game back to Saturday and just had a back-to-back between Miami and Chicago in Miami. Goga Badazzi is the one to blame. Goga Bitadze, we're going to boo him every time he steps on the floor and touches the ball because he's the one who tilted the rim and forced the delay. I guess while we have a little bit of a delay here while they fix the rim, we're going to do our 2 wheel spins for Christian, and we'll do the other wheel spin. Let me make sure I get the name right. Want to make sure I do it. Tom. So this wheel spin is for Christian. Shout out Christian Castillo. See what we got here? Christian, oh boy, wow. Wheel has been unkind to me today. Wheel has been unkind to me. $5 super chats or wheel spins. All right, 1 wheel spin down. Let's get the other one for Tom. Are you serious? What is the wheel tilted to a tequila shot? That's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We've had 4 wheel spins today and 3 of them in tequila shots. It's a 1 in 12 chance. It's ludicrous. It's heinous, some might say. If you're just joining us and are confused on why we're not watching basketball and doing play-by-play, it's because the game has been delayed ever so slightly because Goga Bitadze, the big freaking center from Orlando, bent the rim on accident right at the end of pregame warmups. Awesome. Awesome stuff. But it looks like we're ready. It's fixed and we're ready to go. Here's the last tequila shot. Ooh, got the hiccups. Not good. Excuse me. Sorry to burp in your ear there. I mean, listen, can't control it. All right. We're finally getting locked and loaded. Heat Magic, round 4. Heat 0-3 against Orlando this season. As we said earlier, Magic without Franz Wagner. Wearing their blue unis. Heat, no Davion Mitchell, wearing their red jerseys. And the tip is about to get up and rolling. And it's won by Bam and Miami. So we'll have the ball in the first and fourth quarters. Orlando in the second and third. Larsson on the right wing. He's defended by Bane. Over to Bam. Top of the key. Quick trigger 3. That one comes up a bit short. And out of bounds it goes. So Heat's first possession, a borderline air ball 3. Anthony Black's been playing at a high level. He's in that starting lineup with no Franz Wagner. He's been phenomenal. Former top 10 pick out of Arkansas. Jalen Suggs curling 3. That one doesn't go. Good box out rebound by Adebayo. He'll bring it up for Miami. Wendell Carter Jr. picks him up. Now 2-man game between him and Norman Powell. Powell attacks. Was stopped and kicks it around the perimeter. Now back to Adebayo. Bam driving. Bumped. Fouled. Free throws coming for the Heat's captain. Wendell Carter Jr. commits the foul. Bam has been really aggressive over the last 2 weeks. Won Eastern Conference Player of the Week for his performance 2 weeks ago. Had a real bad game last Monday against the Warriors, but finished out the final 4 games of the road trip, averaging 27 points and 10 rebounds in those 4 games against Portland, Utah, Phoenix, and Sacramento. And he makes the first free throw as the Heat get on the board first in this game. And the second one rattles in and out. So it's going to be 1-0 Miami. Bam averaging 18 and 8, or 18 and 10 this year if you round up, excuse me. Andrew Wiggins defending Banchero. Anthony Black being defended by Powell. Drive, kick out to Suggs. Suggs stepped on the out-of-bounds line. It's a turnover. So rough start for Jalen Suggs. First 2 possessions for Orlando. Missed 3 and stepped out of bounds turnover. Andrew Wiggins, guarded by Banchero. Wiggins drives baseline, swings to the corner for Jakucionis. Jakucionis attacks. Stops after getting cut off. Kicks out to Norman Powell for 3. Powell's 3, no good. And then ball was tipped back by Adebayo, but Orlando tracks it down. And now they wait and get into their half-court offense. Banchero driving on Larsson. Gets it stolen away by Jakucionis. The rookie up ahead to Larsson. And Larsson stepped out of bounds. Pelle Larsson just unaware where he was on the basketball court. And it will be a turnover. Very sloppy beginning to this game. A Magic turnover, 2 Magic turnovers, a Heat turnover, sloppy start. But that's why you got to love what the rookie out of Illinois has shown you. That defensive IQ and prowess has been on display. 2 minutes into this one, it's 1-0 Miami. Desmond Bane driving on Larsson, scoop layup goes, and that is how Orlando gets on the board and takes their first lead of the night. Andrew Wiggins, right wing 3, he's open, and he bottoms it. Wiggins knocks down his first attempt of the night, and the Heat go right back in front. Wiggins has been the subject of a lot of trade rumors, could be in the Giannis package, could be going back to Golden State. Wendell Carter Jr. trying to answer with a 3, can't. Too long. Long rebound, Orlando has it, and then Norman Powell called for a reach-in foul. Andrew Wiggins shooting 39% from 3 this year, getting off to a hot start tonight. Anthony Black beats Powell on a back cut and gets the alley-oop slam, and we're even at 4. Jakucionis guarded by Jalen Suggs. Jakucionis drives, spins, gets inside, pump fake, up and under, bank shot. A little too strong, but I like the aggressive drive and shot by the rookie. He needs to do more of that. Banchero just barrels in the Wiggins. Like, that shouldn't be a foul at Andrew Wiggins. I get there's a lot of contact there, but Paolo Banchero just runs in the Wiggins like a freight train, out of control. There's no reason why Wiggins should be penalized for Banchero putting his head into Wiggins' chest. That's ridiculous. Banchero heads to the line now. He's had a real rough season from an efficiency standpoint. Makes the first free throw there, though. Banchero on Monday against the Cavs had a 37-point, 10-rebound performance, so coming off of an elite game. He's struggled against Miami in his career. Wiggins and Bam have guarded him really well over the last 2 years, but Bam has had his number defensively for basically his entire career. Magic leads 6-4 after the free throws. Powell fouled on the floor by Anthony Black, and there has been a lot of foul calls early in this one. 2 on Miami, now a second on Orlando, so be on the lookout for potentially a lot of free throws tonight, but it will be side out for Miami here. Another one called. Anthony Black will be whistled for his second, holding Norman Powell away from the ball. That is the 3rd foul on Orlando already, so Heat are 2 away from shooting free throws. And as I said, we've had 5 whistles and 5 fouls called in the first 3 minutes of this game. Pelle Larsson has it. He attacks Desmond Bane. Euro steps his way to the rim and finishes a good, hard, physical drive by Pelle Larsson. But the Heat don't get back on defense. Anthony Black misses the dunk. Rebound, Bam. Bam pushing. Stops. Lines up a 3. Splashes it. Bam with a triple. And the Heat lead by 3. And then Anthony Black is fouled by Norman Powell on the floor. So the whistle's continuing to stack up. That's Norman Powell's second foul. So Powell has 2 fouls. Anthony Black has 2 fouls. There's been 3 called on each team. These officials, man, quick whistle today. Anthony Black to the rim. Finishes that time. Norman Powell, just not a good defender whatsoever. I mean, he is really bad. Jakucionis was fouled there by Jalen Suggs, and the fouls continue to stack. The Heat are almost in the bonus. I mean, one more foul, they're in the bonus. It's been a hack city by Orlando. Anthony Black with 2 fouls, Jalen Suggs with a foul, Wendell Carter Jr. with a foul. It's a bit ridiculous. We're in the bonus. It's crazy. With 8.5 to go in the first quarter. Norman Powell fouled again. And that's Jalen Suggs. Oh my goodness. Jalen Suggs has 2 fouls. Anthony Black has 2 fouls. The Heat are in the bonus shooting free throws the rest of the way. I mean, that's absolutely a foul, and that's in the act of shooting. That should be 3 here for Norman Powell. So Powell's at the line for 3. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. Powell makes the first free throw, but the Heat will be at the charity stripe every foul the rest of the way. Powell knocks down the first 2, and the Heat's lead is 3. On Sunday, the veteran Powell had 16 points, 10 rebounds. He's been really struggling with his shot as of late. Hopefully he gets out of this cold spell soon. Makes all 3 free throws there, and the Heat had their largest lead of the night. 12-8. Jalen Suggs crossing the timeline, gets it over to Banchero. Banchero gets the switch on the Powell. Powell's already got 2 fouls. Banchero drives, kicks. It's Anthony Black. Good defense by Wiggins. It's a quick jumper by Wendell Carter Jr. that he connects on. 12 points a game for Carter this year. Wiggins attacking Banchero. Resets out to Norman Powell. Powell drives at Anthony Black. Gets to the rim. Drop off to Adebayo, but poor spacing. And Bam catches the ball with his foot on the baseline. Just uneasy and poor spacing there between Bam and Norman Powell. Real sloppy start. Each team having 2 turnovers. Jakucionis pressuring the ball handler. It's Tyus Jones who just checked in. And Jakucionis picks his pocket. It goes coast to coast for the layup. How about the rookie Jakucionis with a bucket after his second steal of the first quarter? God, I love this kid. I really do. He plays hard, man. Wendell Carter Jr. with a 3, and that's back-to-back jumpers by Wendell Carter. Larsson on the right wing, drive, kicking. It's Jakucionis now, and he swings it over to Powell. Powell, 1-stop 3. Bottoms! Norman Powell! And now he's got 6 points here early after knocking down his first shot from deep. Averaging 23 points on a year, certainly a candidate to be an NBA All-Star. Jakucionis almost rips Tyus Jones again. Instead, Jones works in a pick and roll. Now pulls up for a midi jumper at the free throw line. That's too easy. Jakucionis now defended the other way by Tyus Jones. Still dribbling here. Gets it over to Powell. 10 on the shot clock. Powell attacks Anthony Black. Gets by. Kicks out to Wiggins. Open 3 for Wiggs. Couldn't get it to go. It was a bad pass, and it took him a while to set himself up for that shot. Anthony Black, no Paolo Banchero to the rim. Can't finish. Rebound Wiggins. Wiggins up ahead to Adebayo. Bam. Resets out to Jakucionis. The rookie drives, kicks. Larsson swinging. Powell. Pull up midi. No. Powell wanted a foul. No call. Desmond Bane's been quiet in this one. Has it on the right wing. Gets a screen. Pocket pass to Carter. Carter to the wing. Anthony Black's three-pointer. Good. Orlando back in front by 1. 18-17. Timeout on the floor. Magic take a 1-point lead. This will be our first time out of the game, and it will be our first opportunity to tell you about our sponsor on today's show, which is Prize Picks. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game in football is a week and a half away, but we still got basketball action every night. We got golf every weekend. We got hockey. We got baseball on the horizon. And if you want to get in on the action in the sports world right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks. They have so many great features, one of them being injury reboots. If one of your players gets hurt in the first half and doesn't return in the second half, well, guess what? You don't lose that lineup. That player gets removed, and the rest of your lineup continues on to try to cash in. They also have early payouts. If one of your players gets off to a hot start, you might not have to wait until the game finishes to cash out and get some money. My lineup for this game between Miami and Orlando, Jalen Suggs had 4 points in his last game. Because hashtag, of course, he's going to go more on 14.5. I think Kasparas Jakucionis, who's starting again today, gets more on his 8.5 points and assists stat projection. And then Mo Wagner back for the Magic. I think he goes less on his three-pointers. I don't think he makes one tonight. That's my three-player entry. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the description and live chat. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Shout out to the OG, Brian Aycock in the building. What's up, OG Aycock? How's it going, my friend? He's in the building saying go Heat. One of the real ones supporting me here at Chat Sports, specifically on the Dolphins channel, but now coming over and saying what's up at the Heat channel. Hopefully you're doing good, Aycock, here in the offseason for the Dolphins. We got a wheel spin for the OG. What does the OG got? The OG is going to get into the Hall of Fame. Every $5 we do a wheel spin and he gets into the Hall of Fame. No one that I know deserves a spot more. I don't know how big of a Heat fan the OG Aycock is. But just because all he does over at Dolphins Today by Chat Sports with me and the Dolphins fans, he deserves a spot on the Heat Report Hall of Fame. How about this start tonight, folks? A lot of sloppy play, 5 total turnovers, a lot of fouls. Both teams shooting above 50%, though. How about that Jakucionis steal on Tyus Jones? That was impressive, man. Tyus Jones simply doesn't turn the ball over. One of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in NBA history. And Jakucionis forced a TO there. Long arms, picking the pocket of Tyus Jones. I love it. I love it. Back here in Miami, Heat down 1. Larsson driving. Floater over Anthony Black. No, gets his own rebound. Pump fake and is blocked inside by Jonathan Isaac. Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic in. Bam and Norman Powell out. Tristan Da Silva checks in for the first time as well. Larsson with a steal. Outworking Banchero. Heat out and running. Wiggins lobbing. Jaquez slamming. Oh! Put that tape out there for the young fellas. A steal, a pitch ahead to a 2-on-1 lob. What a great sequence there for Miami. Banchero posting up now, double teamed. And it's swung around to Anthony Black. And now we'll see a kick ball violation. Larsson sticking the feet out there. Aycock's a Celtics fan. I feel like I have said this exact statement in the past, but I forgot that I knew that, but it always stuns me to find out you're a Celtics fan. It hurts a little bit, too. It hurts a little bit, OG. But we appreciate you. Under 5 to go here in the opening 12. Dru Smith now in for Jakucionis. He's defending Banchero, and they immediately get it right to him for a layup. I mean, why are we having Dru Smith on Banchero? Why is that a thing? Nikola Jovic gets it poked out of bounds by Jonathan Isaac. And now Simone Fontecchio checks in. Pelle Larsson takes a seat. How about this lineup for Miami? You got the one guard in Dru Smith and then just 4 wings. Dru Smith surrounded by Wiggins, Jovic, Fontecchio, and Jaquez. No Kel'el Ware to this point. Dru Smith driving, bumped, no call, pitch ahead for the Magic, and they get a dunk in transition. Dru Smith on the wing over to Jaquez. Jaquez kicks to the corner. Jovic 3, blocked. Came up short. And here comes Anthony Black. Black pulls up for a transition 3. No good. Rebound, grabbed by Banchero. Kicks it out. The Magic get it inside. It's Anthony Black, and he's laying it up and in. Heat down 5. Magic got a 14-5 run. Jaquez quickly the other way. Driving inside. Turns it over. He's just got such a bad handle, man. He's been great this year, but his turnover issue is a real concern. He got to stop the bleeding. Got to get a stop here. Anthony Black over to Banchero. Banchero attacking Wiggins. Drives right by him. Missing inside. Ball loose. Picked up by Dru Smith. Smith in transition will reset and wait for his teammates to join him. Now they get inside the Jovic. Jovic has good position and lays it up and in. Good patience there by Miami. Timeout on the floor. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Heat down by 3, 24-21. Do I think Bam will be an all-star this year? No, I do not. Timeout on the floor. You look at some of the stats so far in this game. Magic shooting extremely good from the field. But the Heat have been able to turn them over 4 times and work their way to the line 3 extra times. 5-4. 4-5 from the line, excuse me. Magic 2 of 2. Heat have made 3 threes. 1 from Bam. 1 from Wiggins. Who made the other 3? Oh, Powell made the other 3. Powell made the other 3. Listen, I think there's 2 ways to look at Kel'el Ware not checking in right now. Is it a bad matchup? I don't know. Is it because they don't want to get him hurt for Giannis? I don't know. Who knows? It's hard for me to say anything. I do think he's getting traded. Like, it's very clear to me, and I said this on a video, I don't know if it's the best thing. Ideally, Miami finds a way to get a trade done, and Kel'el Ware gets to go flourish and blossom with a different team, and Giannis comes back to Miami in that trade, because it just doesn't feel like Kel'el Ware's future with the Heat is very good, right? Like, him and Ware and Spoelstra clearly don't mesh. And I'd like to see him get an opportunity. I'm telling you, those Miami Heat dancers. It's a fun group. Fun group. I wonder what the score of the St. Bonaventure game is tonight. My alma mater. Down 4 in the second half to Duquesne. Raptors up 10 on the Knicks in the first quarter. The Knicks kind of stink. All right, here we go, getting back in action. Magic had a hard time getting it in, but now get it to Desmond Bane. Bane driving on Jaquez and scoops it home with the left hand. Wow, Bam and Adebayo already back in. Is there a world where Kel'el Ware doesn't see the floor tonight? With Bam already back in, that kind of makes me think that could be the case. 5-point deficit for Miami. Jovic driving on Banchero. Turns it over inside. Now the Magic in transition. Suggs to the rim. It's bad basketball here in the last 4 minutes by the Heat. Down 7. Magic got a 10-2 run right now. Bam driving on Jonathan Isaac. Up and under move. That one got blocked. And now the Magic are in transition again. And Banchero goes coast to coast for a dunk. I think Spo's got to call another timeout. This is embarrassing. This is horrendous, horrific basketball. 12-2 run for the Orlando Magic. We can't beat Orlando. They own us. And now Dru Smith turns it over. Get him off the fucking court. And the Magic get in transition and get a layup. Timeout. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke. Get Dru Smith off my fucking team. I'm done with him. I can't stand it. But it's horrible basketball. Bad shots, turnovers. I mean, I think in the last 4 minutes, the Heat turned it over like 5 times. No joke. Since the last timeout, in the last 2 minutes, 3 turnovers. The fuck we doing? Excuse my language, but that's unacceptable. Come on, man. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Spo's giving it to him in the huddle, too. I see it. They're showing it right now. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, we're back. Hopefully going to witness better basketball. Jaquez driving, kicking. It's Bam now. Bam just throws up a wild shot, and he might have Draymond Green, Jonathan Isaac in the nuts. What's going on, man? The fuck am I watching? It's the worst basketball I've ever seen in my entire life in the last 4 minutes. I am not exaggerating when I say the Heat's last 3 minutes of basketball is the worst thing I've ever watched. Now they give up an open three for Tristan da Silva. Misses it, but offensive rebound to Orlando. Out to Desmond Bane for 3. That's no good. And it's going to be off Orlando that time, Heat ball. What am I watching? What am I watching? Jaquez turns it over. What the fuck is going on? It's the worst basketball I've ever watched. Actually embarrassing. Heat haven't got up a real shot attempt in their last 6 possessions. Now Desmond Bane hits a floater. You're down 13. 16-2 run for Orlando. Fontecchio open for 3. Finally, something goes right for the Heat there. Simone with a triple. Fontecchio in the last 4 games averaging 14.5 points a night. Desmond Bane drives on Simone, gets by him, stops, turns around, kicks to the corner. Noah Penda, the rookie, missing the 3, rattled in and out. Heat catch a break. Shot clock turned off. Heat will have final possession if they want it, down by 10 here in the opening quarter. Dru Smith over to Jaquez. 5 on the clock. Jaime driving, spinning, pump fake, kicking. Dru Smith, 3 at the end of the quarter. Good! Big time 2 possession stretch there for Miami, going from down 11 to down 7. Back-to-back threes. Excuse me, they were down 13. From down 13 to down 7, thanks to a Fontecchio 3, a stop, and then a Dru Smith triple. Big finish there for the Heat to close the quarter strong. Down 7. Brian Aycock with another 5. Shout out to you. If Giannis traded the Heat, what does that do for our chances to win the East? If you're talking Heat, It rises dramatically. Like, if you get Giannis, like, I'm going to go out on the limb and say you're the second or third favorite to win the conference. I mean, we'd have to see what's left on this Heat roster. But I think if you trade for Giannis, I think you're going to be behind Detroit. But I think you're going to be either right next to or right around the Celtics and Knicks as that second or third best odds in the East. And I think you never know. You never know, OG. Like, if you get Giannis, you have the best player in the conference. I mean, let's just face the facts. Giannis Antetokounmpo, if he joins the Heat, if you trade for Giannis, you have the best player in the East. The only two players I have in the NBA that are better than Giannis are both in the West, Nikola Jovic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So you'd have the best player in the East, and if you have the best player in the conference, you have a shot to win the conference. As long as you don't have a complete shit pile around them, which is what Milwaukee is right now. Miami doesn't have a shit pile. Like, I know people are worried about the bench if they trade for Giannis. Like, I get that concern, but here's my thing as well. When you get to the playoffs, a bench is important, but it's not the end-all be-all. Like, if you get to the playoffs, like, you're mostly playing an 8-man rotation. So you really only need 3 guys off the bench. And my guess is that if the Heat get a trade done for Giannis, they'd probably be getting Bobby Portis in return as well. Like, I could see the starting lineup after Giannis, a trade, if they get it done, being Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Pelle Larsson, Giannis, and Bam, with potentially, let's call it Jovic, Jakucionis, Portis off the bench. Like, it's hard to predict it, but that's kind of where I think it could be. All right, second quarter underway, and the Heat commit a foul. Dru Smith caught grabbing Desmond Bane. It's hard to project because you don't know what it's going to cost to get Giannis in a trade. You have an idea, but you don't know the exact. Desmond Bane, drive, kick, Noah Penda 3. The rookie drills it. It's the first time the rookie's played against the Heat. He didn't play in those other 3 games. Back down 10. Oh, a mislap in defense by the Magic, and Simone Fontecchio with a little head top and slam off a good feed from Bam Adebayo. Jaquez almost gets the steal. Jalen Suggs able to pick up the loose ball. Suggs now trying to get it inside, and Fontecchio got caught sleeping, but De Silva misses the layup inside. Fontecchio now driving to the rim. Fouled, and the Italian is going to the line for 2. Down 8. Tell you what, Heat got to be better defensively. The Magic are getting almost anything they want. They're shooting 61% from the field. Can we play some defense, fellas? Fontecchio at the line makes the first. Fontecchio made the first. Chance to get it down to a 6-point game. He does. Orlando had a hard time getting it in initially, but finally does. Leading scorer for Miami tonight is Fontecchio. He go to his zone for the first time tonight, throwing the Magic off. Wendell Carter drives. Crowded space. Penda now to the rim. Penda up and under on Bam, gets blocked, still has it inside, throws up a wild shot, no good. Great defense by Miami. Dru Smith pushing. Smith to the rim. Fouled by Wendell Carter Jr., and just like that, the Heat are going right back to the charity stripe with an opportunity to cut the lead down to 4. Heat go to a zone for the first time, and Bam Adebayo just clamping Noah Penda up inside, forcing the air ball, and then good transition offense for Miami there. Heat haven't played well in this first half, but they've certainly outscored Orlando with their bench 14-7. Dru Smith will add to that deficit with his first points of the night. Excuse me, fourth point of the night. Forgot he hit the 3 at the end of the first quarter. Heat trailed by 13 at the end of that first quarter. Already got it down to 4. Jalen Suggs getting it across half court. Heat still staying in that zone. Suggs attacking Jovic, Euro stepping into a floater and knocks it home over the outstretched arms of Nikola Jovic. That's 6 points for Jalen Suggs here in this first half. Jovic in the corner driving baseline, bumped, finds a cutting Fontecchio. He's fouled. That's Wendell Carter Jr.'s 3rd foul of the first half, and that is Fontecchio going back to the line again, where he has 7 points tonight, and he will have his now 3rd and 4th free throws. I'll tell you what, Fontecchio's had a very up and down season. Came out of the gates blazing. Had a real cold stretch there, but has played well over the last 2-3 weeks. And as I say that, hashtag, of course, he misses the first free throw. Shout out Mr. Gio with the 5. What the frig, Spo? That lineup you put out there caused a bad run. Giannis needs to see us play good if you want a chance. To be honest, I don't think that the next week of games will influence if Giannis wants to come to Miami or not. Now, if they were to get blown out by 4 games in a row, sure, but I don't really think it's going to have that great of an impact. Fontecchio splits the pair, so Heat down by 5. Still in the zone as Bane drives and turns it over. Bam with the steal. Heat up ahead, and then Fontecchio's fouled. That's the 4th foul on Orlando, so just like the first quarter, the Heat are in the bonus. They won't be shooting free throws now, but they will the rest of the way, and it's 9:46 to go. Heat really putting pressure on the Magic. They've committed tons of fouls. Major, I've seen the Warriors first-round pick thing. They've got no players to send, though. Do the Bucks want Jimmy Butler and that contract off a torn ACL? Probably not. So even though they have 4 first-round picks, I don't know how they match salary. Good ball move for Miami. Adebayo, corner 3. Bottoms! Adebayo's 2nd 3 of the night. He's now got 7 points. Heat within 2. Bam's been shooting the 3 ball really well over the last 3 weeks. 10-2 run for Miami. Jonathan Isaac with a deep 2. He knocks it down. I'll live with 18-foot jumpers by Jonathan Isaac every day. I'll live with it. Fontecchio lines up a deep 3. He connects. The 3-pointers are barraging down in Miami right now. 11 off the bench for the Italian. Desmond Bane doubled in the corner. Gets it out to Suggs. Suggs now drives. Floater on the baseline. Airballs it. Rebound Simone. Up ahead to Jaquez. Jaime to the rim. Gets bumped. Inside. Blocked. But no, they're going to call a goaltend. And it's going to be a bucket for Miami in transition. And this 15-4 Heat run has given Miami the lead back by 1. Butler and Kuminga combined for $70 million in salary. So the Bucks would have to send $20 million back. Maybe it would be Kuzma. But do the Bucks want a player like Butler who's making $50 million and has a torn ACL at age 36? I don't know if that would be intriguing to them. He could have stopped inside again, but they turn it over on the other end. Turnover, sloppy. Adebayo losing it on the handle. Bane with a step-back 3 over Jaquez. That rattles in and out. Rebound, Nikola Jovic. Jovic up ahead to Dru Smith. He pulls up on the right wing for 3. That's just a bad shot by Dru Smith. This is a bad shot. And now the Magic come the other way with numbers. The rookie Penda inside the De Silva. No one picked them up. Easy layup. Yeah, like it was said by reporters that as Fontecchio lines up a three and hits again, the Italian Simone Fontecchio going nuclear. We're going to tell you about our sponsor, but one last quick thing about the Warriors package. Like, Milwaukee has already said to want young players and blue chip styled prospects alongside first round pick and expiring salary. Like, briefly here, Milwaukee could get 4 first round picks from Golden State. No one's deterring that. But the Warriors cannot offer any blue chip young players or any salary that Milwaukee would want. It's a good package in terms of picks, but anywhere else, it's not that good. All right, let's tell you about today's sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game in football is a week and a half away, but we still got basketball action every night. We got golf every weekend. We got hockey. We got baseball on the horizon. And if you want to get in on the action in the sports world right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks. They have so many great features, one of them being injury reboots. If one of your players gets hurt in the first half and doesn't return in the second half, well, guess what? You don't lose that lineup. That player gets removed, and the rest of your lineup continues on to try to cash in. They also have early payouts. If one of your players gets off to a hot start, you might not have to wait until the game finishes to cash out and get some money. My lineup for this game between Miami and Orlando, Jalen Suggs had 4 points in his last game. Because hashtag, of course, he's going to go more on 14.5. I think Kasparas Jakucionis, who's starting again today, gets more on his 8.5 points and assists stat projection. And then Mo Wagner back for the Magic. I think he goes less on his 3-pointers. I don't think he makes one tonight. That's my 3-player entry. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the description in live chat. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. I think my lineup's actually off to a good start. Mo Wagner hasn't even checked in yet. That's ideal. Jakucionis has 2 points and 1 assist, so just needs 6 more points and assists. I think that's possible. And Suggs has 6 points, so on pace there. So we'll see. But, man, got to shout out the main man, Simone Fontecchio, for his first half performance so far. Hasn't missed a shot. 14 points, 3 threes, 4 boards, and assists as well. What a start in this one for the Italian stallion, Simone Fontecchio. Andrew Wiggins back on the floor for Miami. Ware in. So Kel'el Ware in for Bam Adebayo. First time we've seen Kel'el Ware tonight. First game back after a hamstring injury. He's manning that inside zone. Anthony Black tries a 3. Too strong. Rebound Andrew Wiggins. Heat looking to extend this 2-point lead. Fontecchio's hot. Pull up 3. Air ball. I mean, I'm not going to get mad at him for taking a pull up 3 when he's 3 of 3 and 4 of 4 on the game, but that's just hilarious that he airballed. Mo Wagner checks in for Orlando as well. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Anthony Black lobbing inside the Banchero. Wiggins strips him. And the ball goes out of bounds. There will be 5 on the shot clock for Orlando. Banchero, left wing, will have to take a contested 3 over Wiggins. No good. Rebound in the Heat. Good there. Good defense by Miami. Dru Smith pushing, driving, running floater, banks it home. That was an ill-advised shot, but hey, he got it to fall, and the Heat in front by 4. Still a 2-3 zone for Miami. Ever since they've gone to the zone, their defense has been really good. Magic shooting the ball well tonight, but they weren't shooting well from 3. Noah Penda inside, blocked by Ware. And then Penda fouls Dru Smith, and the Heat are in the bonus, so Dru Smith going to the line. Attaboy, Kel'el. Attaboy, Kel'el. Way to work inside there, kid. Way to work. Dru Smith makes the first free throw. Pelle Larsson back in for Miami. I think Fontecchio takes a seat. What a first half there for Simone. Smith makes the second. Heat up 6. Anthony Black over to Tyus Jones. Jones drops inside the Banchero. Banchero fouled. I guess they're going to say in the act of shooting. I think they're going to call it on Andrew Wiggins. They do. Looking in the live chat. Yeah, Major, it was reported today by the Dallas Hoops Journal that Bam and Giannis have talked about playing together in Miami privately. I mean, I've mentioned this before. Bam is the biggest recruiting player that the Heat have. He's got so many good relationships across the league. One of them is Giannis. They share the same agent, Alex Sataris. I'm not saying it's a done deal because of that, but it doesn't hurt Miami's cause. Banchero splits the pair, so the Heat's lead remains at 5. Powell driving on Anthony Black, knifing his way inside, but stripped. Turnover. Here comes Orlando. Banchero to the rim. Oh, he misses the layup point blank. Miami the other way, 5-on-4. Powell to the rim. Powell kicks out to Larsson. To the corner. Powell open. 3. No. Offensive rebound, Kel'el Ware. Ware, hop, step, slam! Oh, what a sequence by Kel'el Ware! Inside Orlando, Banchero misses again, but gets his own miss and puts it back up and in. That is not tampering, Major. It's tampering if it's the front office, but a player, if he's friends with a guy, he can text him and get on the phone privately with him and talk about teaming up. That's not tampering. It'd only be illegal if the front office was. Wiggins scoops inside with the lefty layup. He's got 5 points. Oh, Mo Wagner for 3. This can't go. Oh, fuck. Well, my prize picks just ended on one shot. That's unbelievable. Fucking Mo Wagner. Well, Heat up 4. Wiggins driving on Banchero. Spinning. Elbow jumper. Oh, what a move by Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins now with 7 points. Tyus Jones pulls up for 3, and he connects. The shot making tonight, it's been something, folks. People aren't missing. No missing. Wiggins thought about a 3, now drives. Pocket pass to Ware. Ware bobbles it. Throws up a wild shot. No good. I would have liked to see him come down with that one and control himself. Anthony Black the other way. Splits a double team of Powell and Dru Smith and finishes. Timeout on the floor, 55-54. If you have not already, hit that sub button. On the road to 27K subscribers. We've picked up about 10 subscribers today. Continue to hit that sub button. For daily Heat content, we'll be live tomorrow for the Heat Bulls game. We'll be live for the trade deadline. We'll be bringing you a video every single day from now until the trade deadline. Jalen Waddle's in the building today. Shout out Jalen Waddle. Yeah, I don't know, Major. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Hit that sub button if you haven't already. I know all 350 of you guys are not subscribed. Anthony Black over Paolo Banchero. Heck, yeah, I actually think I would rather have. Is it crazy to say like Paolo Banchero stock is that low that Anthony Black might be the person that you'd rather have building around? I haven't seen any trade rumors on Jalen Waddle. I understand why it could come up, but I wouldn't trade him. No subscribers, huh? Nobody wants to join the rocket ship that is the Heat Report by Chat Sports. Unfortunate. Kasparas Jakucionis checking back in. Good. I want to see the young fellow work, man. He's been showing me he deserves more opportunities. Listen, I appreciate everybody talking Dolphins football, but hey, we got a Heat game we're going to be talking about tonight. No more football. Heat get a three-point look. Kel'el Ware, no good. Gets his own rebound and then gets to the rim and finishes. Magic put on a little bit of pressure. Heat beat it and got a look. Ware now with 4 points. Heat up 3. Mo Wagner inside, missing the hook shot. Heat leading by 3, under 4 to go here in the first half. Powell driving on Anthony Black. Fades away at the free throw line and hits. Norman Powell, the veteran now, with 8 points on the night. Banchero driving at the elbow, pull-up jumper, air ball. Wow. I'm telling you, man, Banchero stock, it's low. Rebound Miami. Here comes Jakucionis over to Larsson. Larsson driving. Larsson losing the handle, but it's knocked out of bounds by Mo Wagner, and it will stay with Miami on the baseline. Let's finish up this half strong and take a 7-point lead or more into the break. Ware heads back to the bench. Adebayo back in. He got their starting lineup on the floor to close out this first half. Andrew Wiggins takes a midi. It's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It will stay with Miami. Jakucionis inbound again. Lobs it to Adebayo. He faces up at the elbow. Working on Jonathan Isaac. Step back at the dotted line. Oh, that's Bam's office. Another bucket for Adebayo. He's now got 9 on the night. Heat's up by 7. Jalen Suggs curling. Oh, drives to the rim and throws down a dunk. Miscommunication defensively there by Miami. Bam directing traffic at the top of the key. Handoff to Norman Powell. Sets Powell a screen. Powell drives left. Running floater. No good on the bank. Orlando comes down with the board. Banchero up ahead. Driving on the rookie Jakucionis. Forces a kick out to Suggs. Now in the corner, it's Jonathan Isaac. His three-pointer, no. Jakucionis down transition over to Wiggins. Corner 3 for Wiggs. No good. Rebound battled for. Picked up by Desmond Bane. Banchero driving on Jakucionis to the corner. Bane driving, and he misses the floater. Adebayo with the board. Outlets to Jakucionis. Now up ahead to Larsson. Larsson driving. That's a foul. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming for Pelle Larsson. Aggressive take by the second-year man out of Arizona to the rack. But love that pitch ahead there by the rookie. He just understands, hey, listen, the ball moves faster than a dribble. So pitch ahead, let's get it rolling. Heater in the bonus, but it was in the act of shooting regardless. Larsson makes the first free throw. I gotta be honest, this season has shown a lot of promising things. I don't think anyone has shown more promise long-term than Pelle Larsson. I mean, I gotta be honest, so much so, to even with Jaime Jaquez being special, Kel'el Ware looking fantastic at times. Like, if I'm trading for Giannis, the one player that I want to keep to complement Bam and Giannis in the front court, it's Pelle Larsson. I want to keep him really, really badly. Does the little things. Suggs, right wing 3. Air ball. Rebound Wiggins. Wiggins bringing it up the floor. Let's close this final 90 seconds strong. Wiggins driving on Banchero, spinning into a floater. A lot of contact, no call. Rebound Orlando. Banchero fouled in transition by Jakucionis, but no bonus for the Magic, so it'll be side out. And this is why I struggle to argue with you guys in the chat, because all you guys care about is points per game and not impact to winning based off Kavondrick Bailey's channel or comment. Ware averaging 11 while Larsson's only averaging 9 with laughing emojis. Do you guys not understand impact to winning? There might be, I mean, I'm not going to lie, Larsson might have like a top 5 impact to winning on this Heat team. Suggs driving. Kicking, it's Black scooping inside for the dunk. I don't know how he got free there. Minute to go in the first half. Heat up 5. Jaquez attacking Banchero. Now swings it around the perimeter, and it's knocked out of bounds by Suggs. 14 on the shot clock. Larsson on the right wing. Gets a screen from Bam. Larsson swinging. Fontecchio now to Bam. Bam has to go. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Fontecchio. 1 second. Lets it fly. Banks it home! Oh, when everything's going right, it's going right! A bank 3 for Fontecchio. 17 in the first half. Banchero airballs a 3 the other way. Larsson grabs the board off a good box out. Heat out and running. Jaquez to the rim. Flips it up and in. And the Heat lead by 10. Shot clock turned off. Heat, if they get a stop, will take a double-digit lead into the break. My goal was 7 points. So even if they give up a 3, we reached our goal. But let's get a stop. Let's get a stop. Under 10 to go. Suggs gets a screen. Good defense by Jakucionis. Suggs gets stripped. Picks it up. Drives inside. And is fouled. Oh, my goodness. An unlucky break there for Miami. Jakucionis knocking the ball free from Jalen Suggs actually propelled him to the rim. Unbelievably bad break there to where if Jakucionis doesn't strip the ball, Suggs wouldn't have gotten an angle to drive inside where Fontecchio commits the foul. Oh, that's a bummer. So it'll be 2 free throws for Jalen Suggs. I don't know how much time they're going to add here on the clock. I think they're checking to see if the foul happened before the end of the first half, which it did. They're checking to see how much time is left. The foul occurred with 0.9. So 0.9 added. Miami might be able to get off a shot after these 2 free throws. First free throw there, good. Suggs to pull the Magic with an 8 here. Missed it. And that will do it for the first half. Heat will go to the break up 9. I'll take that first half. Considering Miami was down by 13 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, to turn it around and go up at the half by 9, I will take that. How would you grade the Heat in the first half? A, B, C, D, or F? How would you grade it? D. Wade can get Spo fired. No, he can't. You know D. Wade has nothing to do with the Heat organization. No one likes D. Wade more than me. That's the only reason why I became a Heat fan when I started watching basketball. But he is a minority owner with the Jazz. There is nothing D. Wade could do to get Spo fired, and Pat Riley would never fire Spo. Matthias saying B, Tyson B-, Hot Dog B-. B from Matt, A- from Codemaster. I would go B+. Like, if you just take out that 5-minute stretch in the first quarter where the Heat turned it over like 4 times and airballed like 5 shots, you take away that 5 minutes. So out of the 24 minutes in the first half, 19 of them were played at like an A+ level. But the other 5 were like an F. So I give it a B+. Mr. Geo says B. Jordan B-. Major says C+. Listen, I'm at a B+. You're up 9 at the half. And they've played well outside of those 4 or 5 minutes where they literally forgot how to play the sport. I know you can't take out those 5 minutes. That's why it's a B+. I literally said, if you take out the 5 minutes, it's an A+. An A+. They dominated in the 19 of 24 minutes of this first half. But that horrible 5 minutes brings it from an A+ down to a B+. A full letter grade. A full letter grade. Do I play basketball? And if I hoop, what shoes do you got? I do play basketball. I haven't played in a while. I've been very busy. I've been more in my golf bag lately. If I have any time to go do something in my off time, I've been playing a lot of golf. You're going to laugh at the shoes I have. This is no joke. I have Giannis shoes. I'm no joke. I actually have Milwaukee Bucks versions too, which is crazy. Like the Giannis shoes I have are green, tan, and pink. So if you could find that type of Giannis colorway, that's what I have. But that's what I had. My old shoes were Curry's. I had Curry's. I had like birthday cake Curry's. Those were my last shoes. Those got worn out. So then I bought Giannis's. Where did I play basketball? I played in high school. I didn't play like college. I played high school basketball. I did play club basketball for my college, St. Bonaventure. But that's club basketball, not anything serious. Real leagues, but I was on the team that went to the first ever regional tournament. First ever St. Bonaventure club basketball team to make it to regionals. I played high school and then club in college. I still play from time to time. Do I think it could be Flight Reacts in one-on-one? Yes. Like, he's not even in my league. It would be a smoke show. It would legit be 11-0. I was a player coach. Yeah, I played in high school and I was a player coach for my club team. I played and coached because we had so many players get hurt, and you're going to laugh. No joke, academically ineligible. Our club basketball team had about 5 guys that somehow either got hurt or became academically ineligible. So I had to go from coaching to player coach. Heat up 9 at the half. Let's run through some stats here. Oh, someone's still not happy. I said Pelle Larsson impacts winning more than Kel'el Ware. I mean, I don't know why you guys get so offended. Don't you guys care about who wins? Like, you guys do amaze me that you guys become such player-driven fans. Why don't you just care about who helps the Heat win the most? The answer, if you compared the two, is Pelle Larsson, but you guys get your panties in a bunch about it. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Because I like Kel'el Ware, and I think he's super extremely talented. But you can't deny the facts. If you look at the Heat this season, with Kel'el Ware on the floor compared to off the floor, when Kel'el Ware is on the floor in 919 minutes, the Heat have an offensive rating of 112.2 and a defensive rating of 117.4. Which means when Ware is on the floor, the Heat have a negative 5.2 rating. But when Kel'el Ware is off the floor, on the bench, not playing, 1,100 minutes, the Heat have a 116.1 offensive rating, so it's 4 points better without Kel'el Ware. And the defensive rating is 110.2, which means it is 7.2 better defensively. The Heat have a positive 5.9 rating with Kel'el Ware off the floor compared to negative 5.2 with him on the floor. So overall, when you factor in on the floor to off the floor, the Heat are better by 11.1 net rating when he's off the floor compared to on. Like, I hope Kel'el Ware becomes a budding superstar. He's got a bunch of talent, shoots it, can rebound it. He's 7 feet. But the numbers are there, and you guys just refuse to look at them. The Heat are a better team with him off the floor. It's why he doesn't play as much as you guys want to. Are there times where he deserves to play more? Absolutely. I think about that one game where Ware got benched and didn't play in the second half against Boston. He clearly needed to play in the second half because the Heat couldn't get a rebound late. But overall, throughout the year, the Heat are a better team with Kel'el Ware on the bench. And yet, you guys refuse to witness and you refuse to acknowledge the fact Miami has been better with him off the floor. I don't get it. I only care about the Heat winning. I don't care about player agendas. But I just recognize that some players are more impactful and helpful to the Heat winning. Bam was playing like crap. I know. I said that. And you know what? He still impacted winning more. Because if you look at the Heat, even with him shooting so poorly, they were a better team offensively and defensively on the advanced metrics than with him off the floor. I don't care who's on the floor. I just want to win. The truth is, the Heat are a better team when Ware's off the floor. That's just how it rolls. It's how the cookie crumbles. See the first half stats here. Heat shooting above 50%. Magic shooting around 50%. The difference in this one, folks, Heat are 9 of 18 from 3. Orlando 5 of 17. Massive difference there. If the Heat would stop turning the ball over, 8 first half turnovers, if they limited that, it would be over. Be over. It'd be over. But Heat leading this one in large part to Simone Fontecchio. I mean, the Italian stallion off the bench was 17 points on 5 of 6 shooting, leading the Heat in scoring tonight. Leading the team in scoring. Bam has 9 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Hey, maybe he might be on triple-double watch tonight. Shooting relatively efficient from the field, 3 of 6, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Like to see him playing well today. Norman Powell had some good minutes in the first half, as he usually does. He finished with 8 points on 2 of 6 shooting. Not the most efficient night for him. He's kind of been struggling with his shot lately, if we're going to be honest. Pelle Larsson with 4 points, been impactful defensively. Kasparas Jakucionis has been solid, 2 points, 1 assist, 2 steals. He's been really good defensively tonight. Andrew Wiggins adding in 7 points himself. I mean, the Heat have just been really balanced. I mean, Fontecchio has 17, Bam has 9, Wiggins 7, Powell 8. You've seen Jaquez off the bench with 6. Dru Smith off the bench with, I believe, 9 points himself as well. So how about it? Fontecchio was 17 points starting, and then you got, or off the bench, and then the next two highest scorers are Bam and Dru Smith. Crazy. But good to see the Heat leading by 9. Good to see this being a team effort tonight. Miami's playing well across the board. Just got to cut down on the turnovers, and we'll be having a good game. Trey Murphy or Najee Marshall get traded? Yeah, I think Najee Marshall gets traded. I do not think Trey Murphy gets traded, even though the New Orleans Pelicans, their front office is a disaster. They've got young players that are intriguing. Derek Green, Jeremiah Fears, Zion, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. Yet they don't win. They don't fit together. They've got a bad infrastructure in New Orleans. They've got a lot of talent, but nobody to really put it together and shape it. Like, I got to be honest, like, not to be a Spo meat rider, because I certainly think that he has not been as good this year as he has been in the past. But if you put Eric Spoelstra on the New Orleans Pelicans and you gave him all that young talent, I think they're a playoff team instead of the worst team in the NBA. Like, it's just crazy how much coaching does matter and having a system, having an infrastructure, because the Pelicans have unbelievable amount of talent, yet they can't do anything with it. So I can't believe they don't look to trade and really kind of, like, they're the worst team in the NBA. They don't want to trade anybody. Everybody's untouchable. How are you going to make people untouchable when you're the worst team in the league? Oh, I always say this, though. If Trey Murphy was available, I'd go after him hard. After him hard. I love Trey Murphy. I think he's a dog. Oh, I put the wrong graphic on screen. I think Trey Murphy's a dog. Trey Murphy is a dog. Searching on Twitter. You know, my issue is that you look at some, when these trade rumors drop, I just get obsessed with refreshing Twitter. It's an issue. I refresh Twitter too frequently when the Heat are linked to someone in the trade rumor circle. In trade rumors, I'm refreshing left and right. Buddy Simmons 30 bomb. The Bonnies are going to beat Duquesne. Apparently, ESPN, whether it's Shams or Windy, saying that it's going to be hard for anyone to top the Warriors' offer of Jimmy, Kuminga, and 4 first-round picks for Giannis and Kuzma. We'll see. Question is if that is a thing. Do the Milwaukee Bucks want Jimmy Butler in that $60 million contract at age 36 and 37? We'll see. We'll see. About 2 minutes away from the second half getting started. Yeah, Jimmy torn his ACL, so I don't know. Like, I get it. It's an intriguing option of like, you get Jimmy's contract, you get 4 first-round picks, you get Kuminga, I guess, but like, do you really want a package? I get it. You have 4 first-rounders, but do you want no non-factor players? Like, I think if you're Miami, like, I get it. 4 first-round picks is hard to top. But if you can trade Wiggins to, like, a third team like the Lakers and get a first-round pick from them and then reroute that first-rounder to Milwaukee, like, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. But I think if you're able to do that in a Herro, Rozier, Ware, Jaquez, 3 first-round picks, that is better than Butler and Kuminga with 4 first-rounders. You only miss out on 1 first-round pick. You don't get 4, you get 3, but you get way better players than Herro, Ware, and Jaquez. Like, I think that's a more appealing package. So I think Miami could absolutely top the Golden State package. It's just all about if the Heat front office, Pat Riley, can find a way to get that done. We'll see. It's going to be intriguing. Oh, wow. Second half already starting with a bang. Heat getting a stop and block inside, and now they're running in transition. Norman Powell driving, getting by Banchero and scoops it up and in for a layup. Heat up 11. That was quick return to action. Not really a setup there by FanDuel Sports Network or whoever the people is. I don't even know who runs it anymore. Anthony Black, oh my goodness, how did he get that to go? And one. What a ridiculous shot. Anthony Black's been unbelievably good tonight. Where Rolly was right. Go back to my draft take in 2023. It was my first year, I think, as draft guy here at Chat Sports. I had Anthony Black top 5 in my draft board. I was all in on Anthony Black. It might have taken a while, but we exploded. Misses the free throw, though, so lead remains at 9. Andrew Wiggins driving, kicking. Bam, left wing 3. That one misses. He's now 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. Bane driving, kicking. It's Carter, his 3. Good. Wendell Carter had foul issues in the first half, had 3. He now has 8 points. Second triple of the night as well. Larsson gets it to Adebayo. Bam facing up, 10 on the shot clock. Now backing down on Carter. No, Carter's got to be careful with the 3 fouls. Bam, inside. Offensive 3 seconds. Brutal. Rona, I see your comment, but like, do you really think Herro and Ware are going to help change their winning ways this year? No, that's a future play. Like, I get it. They want to be bad this year. They would be equally as bad getting Herro and Ware, considering Herro, I don't even know if he's going to be able to play this year. Like, who knows with that injury? Missed 3 by Orlando. Wiggins the other way. Driving. Can't finish on Carter. Spun around the rim and falls out. Suggs now attacking the other way. And he misses a shot out of bounds. What defense by Adebayo forcing the miss. Couple super chats forgot to get on screen. Matt Montgomery. Hey, Rolly. How you doing? What's up, Matt? How you doing? Giannis? I hope so. Or one of the 3 destinations. I mean, the teams that he'd like to go to rumored are Toronto, New York, and Miami. Larsson battling inside. Can't finish. Wiggins almost gets the board, but it goes out of bounds. Rank guy topics. Jimmy getting traded again would be wild. Yeah, it would be something. Anthony Black scoops inside, misses, but gets his own rebound and put back dunk. My goodness. Mr. Gio, media always trying to screw us, always. Yeah, we'll see. Norman Powell fouled by Anthony Black. That's the 3rd foul on Black. Heat's lead down to 4. Bam left open, right wing 3. That one doesn't fall. 2 of 5 from beyond the arc tonight for Adebayo. Magic in transition. Bane all the way to the rim. Finishes. And then hits the deck. He's on the ground. He'd have numbers. 5 on 4. Wiggins has Larsson inside. Easy layup. And now the Magic will call timeout with Bane down on the ground and slow to get up. Magic will run a 9-0 run prior to that Larsson layup. Heat will be leading by 4 as we head to this timeout. First timeout of the second half. We'll tell you about today's sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game in football is a week and a half away, but we still got basketball action every night. We got golf every weekend. We got hockey. We got baseball on the horizon. And if you want to get in on the action in the sports world right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks. They have so many great features, one of them being injury reboots. If one of your players gets hurt in the first half and doesn't return in the second half, well, guess what? You don't lose that lineup. That player gets removed, and the rest of your lineup continues on to try to cash in. They also have early payouts. If one of your players gets off to a hot start, you might not have to wait until the game finishes to cash out and get some money. My lineup for this game between Miami and Orlando, Jalen Suggs had 4 points in his last game. Because hashtag, of course, he's going to go more on 14.5. I think Kasparas Jakucionis, who's starting again today, gets more on his 8.5 points and assists stat projection. And then Mo Wagner back for the Magic. I think he goes less on his 3-pointers. I don't think he makes one tonight. That's my 3-player entry. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the description and live chat. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Prize Picks lost tonight. Mo Wagner killed me. We got 350 people watching. If you want the Heat to win tonight and beat the Magic, like the video. Only 350 people watching, yet only 114 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Come on. Get the likes up. Oh, Bane, after making that layup, fell on the cameraman and might have tweaked his ankle there. We'll see if he is going to return in today's game. Well, it looks like he's still on the floor, so it must have not been too bad. Heat leading by 4. Banchero out of the timeout. Over to Anthony Black. Black's been killing Miami tonight. He gets it over to Bane. Bane out of the rim, and he gets the layup. I mean, the defense there, what are we doing? 11-2 run for the Magic over the last 2.5 minutes. Powell with a pull-up 3. That's a bad shot. I mean, that was a bad shot. Sometimes I think Norman Powell is the most CTE player I've ever met. He's got that J.R. Smith, Nick Young shot mentality sometimes, man. Banchero, top of the key, guarded by Wiggins. Banchero drives, spins, kicks. It's Black to the corner. Suggs, open 3. No good. Larsson with the rebound. He kicks it up to Jakucionis. Back to Larsson. Larsson inside. Finds a trailing Powell. Open 3. Good! There we go. Good job there by Miami. Crashing inside to the paint. Collapsing the defense and kicking out for an open look. Bane for the answer. Doesn't have it. Bam with the board. Bam pushing. Adebayo attacking. 2 feet in the paint. Spins. Throws up a floater. No good. Rebound goes off Larsson. It will be Magic ball. Suggs, pick and roll with Banchero. Banchero inside, lays it up and in. Both teams shooting about 50% tonight. Jakucionis driving, spinning, and turns it over as he hit the deck. 3-on-2 for Orlando. Suggs to Banchero. Banchero to the rim. Missed the layup. He catch a break. And then, who was that? Wiggins throws it right to Anthony Black. His three-pointer, no. Heat out of rotation. Magic ball. Banchero inside. Ties the game. No, it's only a 1-point lead for Miami. I thought they were down 2. Wiggins, what the fuck was that? Yo, Norman Powell is the most fucking dumb basketball sometimes. Like, I'm telling you, man, he's sometimes so frustrating. He just threw it out of bounds. He just threw it point blank out of bounds. Magic have a chance to take the lead. Remember, Heat led by 10 at the half. Banchero isolated on Norman Powell. Double team. Kicks out to Bane. Bane with a 3. Good. Down 2. It's a horrible third quarter. Once again. Shocker. Powell driving. Gets 2 feet in the paint to the corner. Jakucionis for a corner 3. No good. Larsson with the rebound. Put back, no good. Bam! Tips it up and in. And we're back even at 77. Oh boy. Device limit reached. Too many people watching. That's not good. 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Banchero backing down, spinning, and fading away over Wiggins. I mean, that was good defense. Just a good shot there by Banchero. He backed down by 2. Wiggins, sidestep, midi. Gets it right back. It's a good answer there by Andrew Wiggins. Wendell Carter tries a 3. That one can't fall. Jakucionis with the rebound. He'll bring it up. Accelerates past Anthony Black. Pump fake. Blocked. Gets his own rebound. And looking to reset. Now drives. Spinning. Cut off. And it's turned over. That was a real good defensive possession there by Anthony Black. And then Jakucionis commits a foul. That was rough. 13th turnover of the game on Miami. Kel'el Ware checks in. So does Jaquez. So no Jovic here. It's been Ware. Anthony Black working on Kel'el Ware. Fade away. No. Ball tipped around. Rebound Orlando. Anthony Black, corner 3. Good. Timeout Miami. Oh. Tough, man. Tough. Down 3 with 4:40 to go in the third. Over 400 people watching during this timeout. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that sub button. New live poll. Who you got, Magic or Heat? Sleeper in the East, one healthy. Sleeper? I don't think there's a sleeper out there. Don't think there is. like it's fascinating me. I hate to go back to Giannis, but people saying that the Warriors package is the best package. If you follow Milwaukee Bucks reporters, content creators, insiders, all of them actually prefer the Heat's package. Like everybody says from Milwaukee's standpoint that the Heat of Ware, Jakucionis, Jaquez, Herro, and 2 firsts and 3 pick swaps is the best package out there. Better than the Warriors picks because no prospects. Now, it all depends on what the Milwaukee Bucks front office wants, but Bucks fans and reporters believe the Heat's package is the best one. So we'll see. No, I don't think Philly's in play for Giannis. Powell driving out of the timeout, running bank shot, no good. Jaquez with the rebound. 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins has to attack. He drives on Tristan da Silva. Gets to the free throw line. Jumper, good. Big bucket out of the timeout by Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins now in double figures with 11 points. Da Silva in the corner launches a 3 and connects. I mean, the Magic just connecting on everything from beyond the arc right now. Down 4. Jaquez pick and roll with Ware. Ware inside has position, but misses the shot inside. Anthony Black Banchero. They just look so similar with the headband. Kills me. Tyus Jones over to Black now. Gets it to Banchero. Banchero spins baseline. Blocked! A foul? Who are they calling it on? They say it was on Jakucionis. That looked clean to me. Why? That's ridiculous. First free throw, good. Dru Smith in. Jakucionis going to sit down. Down 6. Jakucionis spinning. A lot of contact, no whistle. I mean, the Heat just so cool. Outscored by 16 this quarter. Or 15, excuse me. Banchero misses inside, gets his own rebound, out to Tyus Jones. And the Magic will reset. Da Silva throws it off of Andrew Wiggins' thigh. 4 on the shot clock here for Orlando. Fontecchio, Bam, and Nikola Jovic check in. Ware, Wiggins, and Powell check out. 4 on the shot clock. Got to defend here. Banchero gets it. He's going to have to launch a 3. Step back over Jaquez, of course. He's a horrible three-point shooter, but of course he makes a step back because they can't fucking miss right now. They're on a 31-11 run. They'd outscored Miami by 20 over the last 8 minutes. Dru Smith looking for a response, has it. Banchero doubled. It's work to the corner for De Silva. Now inside the Jonathan Isaac. Back to De Silva on the cut. Loses the handle, but outs to Anthony Black. Step back three. Of course. Yo, what the fuck? Have they missed a shot in the third quarter? Like, actually, what's their third quarter shooting percentage? I'm convinced they're shooting 75 fucking percent. Dru Smith driving, pump fake, foul. 2 free throws coming for Dru Smith. 2:09 to go here in quarter number 3. Smith makes the first free throw. 9-point game. Smith makes both. 85-93. 2 to go here. Heat go to a zone. This was very impactful for the Heat in the early second quarter. Tyus Jones gets over to Silva. Corner 3. No good. I mean, you got to get the rebound. Jonathan Isaac grabs it. Finds the Silva dunk. I mean, that's embarrassing. Jaquez to the rim. Kicks out to Bam. Swung to Jovic. One more Fontecchio. His three-pointer. No good. It's good offensive possession. Fontecchio couldn't knock it down. Banchero spinning inside, missing. Good defense there. Bam with the board. He'd have numbers. Up ahead to Dru Smith. Smith to the corner. Fontecchio, another look. Missing again. Bam misses the tap. Holy fuck, this is embarrassing. I actually just don't want it. I want to end the game. I know there's a whole quarter left, but the way the Heat have played in this quarter, it's just fucking end the game. This type of shit really pisses me off. We see it all the fucking time, man. It's embarrassing. It makes me sickened to be a Heat fan, watching this team consistently fucking piss down their leg in the third quarter. 0-4 to the fucking Magic this year. It's a fucking joke. Excuse my profanity. I wish I was in that locker room to ream these fucking guys a new one. Fucking getting embarrassed by your little brother in Orlando. Now you're the little brother, man. You're going to give up 40 points this quarter. You led at the half 68-59. You're almost at 100. Jaquez turning it over inside. He's so fucking bad. I literally don't care what the numbers say. He can't dribble to save his life. De Silva, corner 3. No good. Rebound, Miami. Under a minute to go. Jaquez turning it over again. He fucking sucks. Banchero to the rim. Easy layup. Down 14. Stop giving it the fucking Jaime. He blows. Can't dribble. He's like Wiggins. They have no handle. Gave up 40 points this quarter. Joke. And the Heat don't even go 2 for 1. Bad basketball being played by the Miami Heat. Bam knocks down the 3. It's third of the game. Shot clock turned off. Orlando's taking a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter when they were down by 9 at the half. Nearly 20-point turnaround. It is a 20-point turnaround right now. Heat get a stop on the final possession. We're going to the fourth quarter down 11. Just a fucking joke. Got outscored 40-20 in that second quarter or third quarter. One more quarter left. Spam those fours. Just tweet this out. I say this all the time when it comes to Jaime Jaquez Jr. His highs are really, really high. His lows are really, really low. And tonight we're getting an all-time stinker. All-time stinker. Z's Hot Dog, VIP, Kane, Cav, Monty, Jonathan Bosco, Matthias, all spamming those fours. Heat are 24th in point differential in the third quarter. Big 12 minutes ahead of us. Big 12 minutes ahead of us. Now, here we go. First possession of the fourth quarter belongs to Miami. Dru Smith driving, kicking to Fontecchio. His curling three. Good. Simone Fontecchio been carrying Miami all night long. He's now got 20 points. First score of the second half. He's got 5 triples tonight. Down 8. Come on, let's get some stops. Bane thought about a 3. Now launches one with 4 on the shot clock. Connects. Fontecchio curling inside, throws up a floater, too strong. Rebound Orlando. He struggling in the second half, shocker. Jalen Suggs has it, gets a screen from Carter. Jovic defending. Suggs, step back 3 on Jovic. No good, too strong. Long rebound goes to Orlando, and Jaquez commits a foul. He's been horrible. I mean, Jaime Jaquez Jr. has been flat out unplayable in this game. Desmond Bane driving, fouled. No foul call, doesn't matter. Hits the floater anyway. $18 points for Bane tonight. Bam in the corner, drives, double team, swings. Fontecchio wide open. Simone has the answer. I mean, where would we be tonight without Fontecchio? 23 points off the bench. He can't come out. Like, seriously, he can't come out the rest of the game. De Silva, corner 3. Orlando has the answer. Jesus Christ. Jaquez with a 3. Big answer. I mean, you can't trade buckets, though. You got to get stops. 9 points now for Jaime tonight. You got to get stops. Tyus Jones, floater, air ball. Heat with the rebound. Bam pushing. Jovic in the corner now. Backing down on Desmond Bane. Swings. It's worked around to Bam. Bam straight line drive to the rim. Fouled, and that will be 2 free throws coming for Bam Adebayo. Bam using that speed advantage he has on Wendell Carter Jr. Big man was out of position and commits the foul. Bam makes the first. Bam makes the second. Heat down by 8. Got to get stops. Jovic defending De Silva. Back to a man-to-man defense for Miami. Suggs accelerates past Jovic, but Jovic blocks it. Great recovery by Nico. Heat down 8 and pushing. Jaquez to the rim. Banks it home. Heat down 6. Here comes Miami. Got a couple stops, and now we're out and running, cutting into this deficit. Timeout, Orlando. We'll use this opportunity to tell you about our sponsor one final time tonight. Today's stream is brought to you by Prize Picks. The big game in football is a week and a half away, but we still got basketball action every night. We got golf every weekend. We got hockey. We got baseball on the horizon. And if you want to get in on the action in the sports world right now, you can get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup only on Prize Picks. They have so many great features, one of them being injury reboots. If one of your players gets hurt in the first half and doesn't return in the second half, well, guess what? You don't lose that lineup. That player gets removed, and the rest of your lineup continues on to try to cash in. They also have early payouts. If one of your players gets off to a hot start, you might not have to wait until the game finishes to cash out and get some money. My lineup for this game between Miami and Orlando, Jalen Suggs had 4 points in his last game. Because hashtag, of course, he's going to go more on 14.5. I think Kasparas Jakucionis, who's starting again today, gets more on his 8.5 points and assists stat projection. And then Mo Wagner back for the Magic. I think he goes less on his 3-pointers. I don't think he makes one tonight. That's my 3-player entry. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the description and live chat. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's show. Appreciate Prize Picks for sponsoring today's stream. I lost, unfortunately, because Mo Wagner wanted to hit a 3. Oh, I think the Magic win. If you ask me right now, I just see this Heat team, they just get outclassed by Orlando. The Magic have our number. Why? I don't know, but it's true. I think it's because of their size versatility at the guard position. Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, All three of them can defend. All three of them can score, though. Miami's guards can't really defend. And if they can defend, they can't score. And if they can score, they can't really defend. Those two-way guards in Orlando really give us issues. Like, for example, Jakucionis, at this point, he can't score. Norman Powell can score, but he can't defend. So we don't really have those two-way guards that Orlando has. Anthony Black, Jalen Suggs, they both can defend at a high level and both can get their own shot too. That's why I think they're such a bad matchup for us. We're back, down 6. Banchero back in, driving to the rim. Blocked by Bam! Great defense there. Heat have a chance to continue to cut in the lead. Dru Smith driving, cut off, out to Adebayo. His left wing three. Good! Bam with his 4-3 of the game. Up to 19 points. Heat on a 10-0 run. Bane quiets the crowd with a mid-range jumper. He's got 20. 8 minutes to go. Heat down by 5. Pushing here. Oh, but Fontecchio drops the ball. Turnover. Can't happen. 16th turnover of the night. Orlando with only 6. That's the difference. Anthony Black has it. Now resets it. Bane picks up his dribble and throws the Suggs. 5 on the shot clock. Suggs drives on Dru Smith. Oh, he traveled with it. No call, and he hits the mid-range jumper. That pivot foot slid a full fucking foot. What, are the officials blind? My goodness, what a miss. That's fucking ridiculous. Down 7. Jaquez on the right wing, driving on Suggs, spins, and misses the bank shot. Fontecchio with the offensive rebound, and he's fouled. Wait, what's the call? They called a jump ball on that Jaquez shot? What's going on? What's the call? I mean, I can't. How do you miss that if you're Jaime Jaquez? Jaquez heads to the bench. So does. What was the call? How is it Magic basketball? Suggs pull up 3. Good. Here we go. It's like I fucking said. The guard difference. 7-0 run for Orlando to answer the Heat's 10-0 run. Jovic, right wing 3. No. Suggs feeling it. Probing inside, swinging to the corner. Anthony Black. He'll spin around Jovic for 3. Oh my goodness. Timeout, Miami. $26 points for Anthony Black. It's actually embarrassing to watch this team try to play against the Orlando Magic. Bad basketball in the second half. defensively, we're an embarrassment. 40 points in the third quarter. Should I put 100 on the Heat? No. No, you should not. Next Tuesday, Heat hosting the Hawks. They're celebrating their 2006 championship, 20 years. First championship in team history. Shout out my guy, D-Wade, man. Let's see if the Heat have a run in them. Down 13. Oh, nope. Andrew Wiggins gets stripped by Banchero. Dunk out of the timeout. Out of the timeout, we're going to have Andrew Wiggins isolate someone who can't dribble the basketball. Nice. Good job. Powell turns it over. Take these guys out. Take them all out. I actually want to end the stream and just say fucking good night because this fucking is embarrassing. I fucking can't stand these losers, man. You had 2 days off in between your last game. 2 days. And you come out flat, no effort defensively. You can't fucking dribble a basketball. And you get embarrassed by the little brothers in your own state. You're going to be 0-4 against them this year. Bam slides inside for a bucket. He's got 21. Powell has an injured back, then don't fucking play. If you're going to go and suit up, I don't want to hear an excuse. Larsson inside. That's goaltending. There's never an injury excuse. If you're not healthy enough to play, don't fucking play. If you're on the court, I expect you to play. Down 13, 5 to go. Wendell Carter, corner three, air ball. Rebound Larsson. Jaquez trailing, good pump fake, drives to the rim, layup good there. And now Orlando's going to call another timeout as the Heat cut the lead down to 11. Down 11, you still got a chance, but you got to play borderline perfect basketball the rest of the way. Who you got? Do the Heat come back and win, or do they not? Type MIA if you think the Heat win. Type ORL if you think the Magic win. See, Miami, 67% of the live chat still says Heat. Heat got to stop turning the ball over, and they got to get stopped. It's the only chance they have. Here we go. Back in the action. Got 5 minutes. Down 11. Banchero crossing over, pull-up free throw line jumper over Jaquez. Too easy. 26 points for Paolo. Jaquez lines up a three. No good. Is that the shot there, Jim? Powell fouls Anthony Black. Third foul of the game on Powell. Actually, that's the fourth. Third foul on Miami this quarter. Desmond Bane, three. Good night. That's going to do it. Down 16 with 4 to go. Jaquez kicks it to Wiggins. His three-pointer fouled. It'll get 3 free throws. Magic going to call a timeout and challenge this call on the floor. They're going to try to get this overturned. Let's watch the replay. Oh, that replay didn't show anything. Well, there's no camera angle that shows the potential foul. Here it is. I think that stands. Yeah, unsuccessful challenge will be 3 free throws for Andrew Wiggins. Three free throws coming for Wiggs. First free throw, good. First 2 down. And the third goes for Wiggs. So down 13. Three and a half to go. Suggs, step back three over Wiggins. No good there. Rebound, Powell. Powell over to Jaquez. Jaquez attacking Anthony Black. Bumps him, and his bank shot, no. Jaime's been horrible today. Miami forces a turnover. Jaquez out and running, up ahead to Wiggins for a slam. Back down to an 11-point game. 3 minutes to go. Banchero inside, banks it home over Wiggins. Banchero has just really dominated Andrew Wiggins tonight in that matchup. Quick answer by Norman Powell. Problem is that you're not going to be able to come back in this one if you don't get stops. I mean, that's a clear foul by Norman Powell. I don't know what he's thinking there. Anthony Black, pick and roll. About 2 minutes to go. Banchero doubled out to Desmond Bane. Bane, pull up midi. No good. Bane with the board. He's got a double-double tonight. Adebayo brings it up. 2 minutes to go in this one. Power to the rim. Reverse layup, good. Down to a 9-point game. What just happened? Did the Magic call a timeout? The Magic called a timeout. That's their last. Yeah, I think the Magic just called a timeout. It's their last, which means they're going to have none to go in the last 2 minutes here. Odd situation. It looked like one of the players on the Magic called a timeout. Very strange. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't understand that timeout. I mean, they're still up by 9. Looking at some scores around the league, the Hornets going to win again. Up 19 on the Grizzlies. Timberwolves up 10 on the Mavs. Warriors up 9 on the Jazz. Cavs beat the Lakers by 30. Pacers beat the Bulls. Hawks beat the Celtics. Yeah, no timeouts remaining for the Magic the rest of the game. Minute 48 to go. Desmond Bane to Carter. Mid-range jumper there. No good. Heat ball. Need a bucket. Minute and a half remain. Need a stop. Powell. Fouled. Oh, they're going to say and one. And the Heat pull within 7. Chance to get within 6 if Powell hits the free throw. And as I mentioned, no timeouts Orlando. They can't talk things over. Now, wouldn't this be something here? Free throw good. 6-point game. A stop here makes things interesting. Heat pressured Suggs. Suggs gets it across the timeline. And now Desmond Bane will slow it down. Just over a minute to play. Banchero, top of the key, working on Jaquez. Banchero, driving right. Stripped! Oh, a foul. Oh, that's brutal. That's a tough whistle for Miami. That's a tough whistle for the Heat. Jaquez and Spoelstra incensed. I tell you what, I don't see a lot of foul. And Eric Spoelstra's going to challenge. I mean, if they call it on Jaquez using the body, sure. But if they're going to call it on Larsson stripping Banchero, Larsson got all ball. Like, if they're saying Jaquez got him with the body, okay. But if they're saying it's Larsson reaching in or Jaquez reaching in, that's not a foul. He's going to try to challenge this one. It's going to be close. It's going to be tough to overturn it. Tough to overturn it, in my opinion. We'll see. It might be, I think it's going to be upheld as a body check foul by Jaquez. Larsson clearly gets all ball on the strip. Actually, I don't even think Larsson hit the ball at that angle. It didn't even look like he touched it. Officials still looking it over. Still under review. It will be upheld. It will be 2 free throws for Paolo Banchero. And it's exactly what I thought. Jaquez just kind of sticking his bottom half out there and hitting. His Jaquez's knee goes right in the Banchero's thigh. That's how it stands and is upheld. Banchero has a chance to get to 30 points on the night with these 2 free throws. Had 37 on Monday against Cleveland. Missing the first free throw, and it stays at a 6-point game. Makes the second. 7-point game, minute 06 to go. Need to go. Powell, pump fake, open 3. No. And that might do it because that was a golden opportunity to cut it to 4. It was a wide open look. Magic get it across half court. Do the Heat foul now or do they defend it out? Looks like they'll defend it out. Bane drives to the rim. It's blocked inside. Heat have it. Heat pushing. Powell to the rim. Powell blocked. Jalen Suggs, what a play. Ball game. Heat try to force a turnover here. Double Anthony Black. It's thrown to Suggs. Suggs now 10. And now Jaquez commits a foul. Wow. What a play by Jalen Suggs. What did I say earlier? Why do the Magic own the Heat? Because they have long, athletic guards that can not only score, but they can defend. Miami either has guards that don't defend and only score, or only defend and can't score. The two-way ability and athletic guards that Orlando have, it is a mismatch against Miami every single time. Suggs makes both free throws. Miami will use their last timeout. 9-point game. Heat are going to lose to the Magic again. 0-4 against Orlando this year. Oh and 4 against the Magic this year. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. Just absolutely dominated and owned by the Orlando Magic. Bucket inside there by Miami. Down 7 with 12 seconds to go. No timeouts for either team. They get it into Paolo Banchero. Banchero fouled by Wiggins. 9 seconds to go. Frustrating loss for Miami against the team that just had their number. Caro makes the first free throw. He's got 30. Norman Powell throws up a three blocked. That's a nice microcosm of tonight's game. Heat lose 133 to 124. It's bad, man. So embarrassing. Mr. Gio said, why does that always happen third quarter? I don't remember if we showed that or not. Pigeon Base, please tell me this is not some prop bet scheme for throwing the game away. No, it's not. There's nothing that actually aggravates me more nowadays, and I don't know if you're kidding or not, but some people are serious about it. That every time a player plays bad or if a team loses, like some people just say it's a gambling scheme. Like it's just crazy that people say that. I'm not saying that you actually think that. You might be joking, but nothing kills me more than when people say it's a prop bet scheme. Like I don't. That seems like a real comment to me. Yeah, we need a real guard. I number one priority is Giannis, but like I'm telling you, man, it feels like I would really start to. I'm growing on the idea of getting Ja Morant for a real point guard that can actually handle the ball, that can actually facilitate, maybe create for others, because like nobody can do it here, man. Nobody can do it. Bad loss. Bad loss. He had 3 players score 20 points tonight. 6 players in double digits. Offense wasn't the issue tonight, man. Our guards, they can't defend, man. Andrew Wiggins and Jaquez were getting torched by Banchero, 31 points for him. Desmond Bane was torching Norman Powell, gave him 23. Anthony Black was giving Larsson and Jakucionis business, 26. Suggs had 16. Just the inability to defend on the perimeter with our guard defense is so bad. And I've said this now for a couple weeks. That is the biggest issue we have. We can't defend on the perimeter. Can't do it. Cannot do it. Next 3 games for Miami, all against Chicago. It's the first time that 2 teams have played each other in 3 straight games since 1972. Yeah, oh, who would have thought it? The fucking biggest loser on the planet's in the chat. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins got torched. Did you not hear me say that? No, probably not. I think you're deaf. I literally said Paolo Banchero had 31. Andrew Wiggins was getting torched all night. Andrew Wiggins and Jaquez were just the ones guarding Banchero all night. Got torched. I mean, our guards are an issue, man. They can't defend, and they're not facilitators. Bam Adebayo led the team in assists tonight with 7. Like, your big man shouldn't lead the team in assists. Shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. Like, I agree. I want Bam to guard Paolo, but then who guards? Like, I guess if you play double big, you could put Ware on Carter, but like with the lineup out there, Bam has to guard Wendell Carter, and then Wiggins got torched. Him and Jaquez were getting targeted all day long. $2 super chat from Mr. Gio, and then we'll get out of here on today's show. Yeah, if you want to criticize Spo for not playing Ware and having a double big lineup out there, that's fine. Like, you wonder if Ware was on a minutes restriction tonight. Like, I don't know. Like, only 7 minutes is weird. But, like, he obviously missed the last week of games with a hamstring injury, so I don't know if that was, like, a minute restriction. They don't want to bring him back and have him get hurt. Mr. Gio, we need a baller, player that can handle the rock. I agree. I agree. I'll tell you what, if we don't get Giannis, let's go trade for Ja. I'm in on that. The more time goes on, the more like I am like buying in on Ja Morant. I still am not trading for him until I have clarity on Giannis. So if like Giannis doesn't get traded before the deadline, I'm probably not trading for Ja unless you get him for Rozier or Fontecchio and it's just 2 expiring contracts. I'm not like trading any picks for him. I would trade Nikola Jovic. I would legitimately trade Fontecchio, Rozier, and Jovic for Ja. I'm not trading any draft picks, though. I wouldn't say Ja will fix the team, but it'll solve a big issue that we have of playmaking on the offensive side of the floor. I mean, the defense would still be bad. Ja's not a good defender. We'd still need better perimeter defenders around him, but at least we would have a point guard that can actually facilitate and create offensively and not turn the ball over a gazillion times. It was turnover city today. Jaime Jaquez with 4 turnovers. Norman Powell with 3 turnovers. Bam had 3. Wiggins had 2. Jakucionis had 2. Jovic had 2. It was turnover city, 18 today. Everybody had some. Only players that didn't turn the ball over, I mean, Ware didn't really have a chance to. Never had the ball. And Fontecchio. Fontecchio was awesome tonight. I'm getting out of here before I crash out on the biggest loser of all time. See ya.